Hey guys, this is Vienna with Glitter Baddies Boutique. Welcome back to my channel. And I am so sorry for not posting a video. It's been a while. It's been a crazy year for me. I got married, so I'm sorry about not posting sooner. But anyways, I'm going to get into today's tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how I strip my tumblers. I have these tumblers here that overall just didn't work out, and that's okay. So to strip your tumblers, you're going to need some paper towels, pure acetone. Make sure it is 100% pure acetone. This one I get from Walmart. You're going to need some freezer bags and a bucket of some sort. I use an old litter bucket, so if you have cats, that'll work perfectly fine. So first thing you're going to do is wrap your tumblers with paper towels. This one here is a 25-ounce barrel tumbler from Maker Flow Crafts. That's where I get most of my tumblers from. I'll link them below for you. So it is a very oddly shaped tumbler, but you can do it. So just make sure that your tumbler is completely covered with paper towels. Obviously a skinny tumbler is probably going to be easier than this one, but I wanted to show you guys, in case you have any oddly shaped tumblers, how to do this. Anyways, cover your tumbler with the paper towels, stick that tumbler into the bag, the freezer bag, and go ahead and cover the paper towels and the tumbler completely with that acetone. Then you're going to remove all the air from the bag. You want to make sure it is completely locked in. Go ahead and stick that bag into your bucket. If you have the lid, close the lid. That'll definitely help this process. Come back in 24 hours and take the tumbler out of the bag. Make sure you wear gloves during this process. You do not want to be touching acetone with your hands. It'll dry them out and it's just not good for you. So with your gloved hands, start removing all of the epoxy. You can see here how that will look. Basically, it just falls right off for the most part. You may have some bits here, like at the bottom of this one, that the acetone wasn't soaking completely. So it didn't fully remove all of that. That's okay. If you have any parts that didn't come off, go ahead and soak it again. You could also apply some heat with a heat gun to that epoxy. That'll help loosen the epoxy and should be pretty easy to cut the rest of that off. Just be very, very careful. But overall, this process is pretty easy and very helpful. Instead of just throwing away a perfectly good tumbler, you can remove your design and remake them into something else. And I did that. I had a few that you saw in the back there in the beginning of the video that I stripped and made into completely different tumblers. And I ended up selling them as a completely different design. And that's okay. It's good to practice and get creative. And some designs don't work, or maybe you messed up on something. That's okay. Don't worry. You can strip it and start over. So here I am just picking off the rest of the epoxy on this one. I will also say what you put on the tumbler will affect this process. For this one, it was just spray paint and vinyl. So it came off fairly easy. Glitter is going to be a little more tricky at times, but I will also say the way you apply your glitter will also affect how easy or how hard this process goes for you. I personally apply my glitter with spray paint. So I spray paint my tumbler a base color and then add my glitter directly over the wet spray paint. So for the most part, it's pretty easy. Most of it does come off fairly easy. If you use the epoxy method, it may be a little bit harder, but you can definitely do it. So for this one, it was definitely stuck on there pretty good. Also, the amount of layers you put will also affect this process. I'm going to have to re-soak this one. A lot of it did not come off, and that's okay. So I'm going to wrap this tumbler and soak it again with acetone and start the process over again, and it'll come right off the second time. As always, I hope this video was helpful. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure y'all drop them in the comment section below. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button to get notified anytime I post a new video. Also, be sure to check out our Facebook group for support and some great connections with other creators like yourselves. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all soon.